So I recently had a viewer comment and say, Kristen, how can I strengthen my hip flexors? They're always hurting after I go for a run. So I thought that was a really, really great video to make. So here are 3 exercises you can do to strengthen your hip flexors. So you're going to take 20 reps of each exercise. Your first exercise is a lunge forward with a twist. So you're going to take your hands up towards your head. You're going to step forward into a lunge and twist your opposite elbow to knee and back. So you step forward and twist and back. Make sure you drop that back knee down here so you get that flexion into the hip flexors, and then you're using that power with the abdominals to come back up, okay? You're going to take 20 reps here. After that, you're going to come, I have 2 little washcloths you can see. So you're going to have 2 washcloths or something you can slide on. Now I have 2 versions. The easy version is mountain climbers. So you can do 20 reps here. Otherwise, the harder version is bring both feet in together and then back. In and out. In and out. So it's 1, 2, 3. All the way up to 20, okay? And then your final exercise to strengthen up your hip flexors are leg lifts. So you take your legs straight up towards the ceiling. They lower down together, and then they lift up together. Lower down together, and lift up. Now if you have some light ankle weights, you can put those on. That will really make this exercise harder. Now here's the main thing is make sure that the lower back doesn't start to arch as you lower the legs, because then that will it's just not good for the spine and for your abs. So keep the abs flat, lower back pressing down, and you lower the legs, and then they lift back up. Lower and lift. So this is kind of similar. It's a slightly easier version to like floor cleaners, as if you were holding your weights and you took the legs down and up, down and up. That's another version. If you were in a gym and you had a nice barbell, you could do that. Or you could hold a towel, I suppose. Here, if you had a longer towel, you could go down and up, down and up, and that's definitely going to strengthen up those hip flexors for you. Remember, even though you're strengthening them, it's always a good idea to stretch them afterwards, okay? So for me, I actually have really tight hip flexors, so I'm constantly stretching them. So here's a really good stretch. Just drop the hip down, so you're in that forward lunge here, dropping the hip forward, okay? Even though you're strengthening them, remember to stretch them afterwards. And so I think this will help you, especially if you're finding those hip flexors really starting to ache after your runs, or for whatever reason that your hip flexors are weak. That will really help. A lot of times the hip flexors are weak as well, depending on the angle of your pelvis. So if your pelvis is tilted forward, a lot of times your muscles are tighter back here and weaker here. So, you know, it's not like it's your fault that they're weak. You know, it's just the way your body is built. So a lot of times, anyone with an anterior tilted pelvis, so meaning the tailbone goes that way, will have tight hip flexors because that's shortened here. Anyone with their tailbone pointing forwards, so posterior tilted, which is a lot of people with sway back posture, this way, you know, this will be weakened here, okay? So that's just something to remember. It's something to take into consideration on your posture. Think about what kind of posture type you are and see if that is relevant to you, okay? So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. We can always go through posture types another time, and let me know if you're interested on the comment box below. Remember to subscribe to the channel for your weekly workouts. And I'm Kristen, and you're watching Perfect Fitness TV.